Hey, this is Matthew Morgan coming back to make one more video. This has to do with why people suffer. Now, this whole thing had to do with leaving heaven, leaving the Garden of Eden, and God told us if we left the Garden of Eden once we went out the gates of eternity, that we'd all suffer from death, and eventually death would overtake people, sin would overtake people, and we'd suffer in the worst ways humanly possible. And there we are today. And why we suffer is because the farther away from God we went, the closer to Satan we got, the more hell he caused to us, and that's why we suffering now. We left paradise to live in this, and now people saying, God don't care. And I'm guilty of it. I'm human. Just before I knew any of this. People are like, God don't care. God let us suffer. Why does God let us go through all this stuff? He don't care. He let us suffer. And then come to find out, he didn't let us suffer. We chose it. Because he told us before we came down here, if you walk out of this kingdom and the farther from me you go, the closer to Satan you become and the less peace you'll have and the more stress you'll go through. That's why we suffer, because we left the heavens and now we got to deal with earth till it's our time to pass away and go back up to heaven. And unfortunately, God did tell us, and we were in angelic form at one time, lowered down, turned into humans that were still close to God, and then walked away out of that. Now we're in this stuff. Basically, it goes, we were in heaven, left heaven, went to the Garden of Eden, left the Garden of Eden, walked into death and sin, and that's why we suffer, that's why we die. Have to take off this body, go back to the spirit form, and go back up to where God is to be reunited with him, and also to get judged on our life. It's sad, but true. And people are like, well, I don't remember asking for this. I don't remember asking for free will. Just because before you were born, he asked you if you wanted to remember it or if you want him to wipe it out your memory. Well, because he cares for your ability to live without remembering being down here, he wiped it from your memory so you wouldn't remember. That's why when you're born, everything's blank, because he doesn't want you to remember nothing. And once you pass, you'll go up and you'll remember, or he'll teach it to you. Okay? And just so you know, life's not fair. I know people say that a lot, but yeah, life's not fair. Up in heaven, everyone's equal. Down in hell, everyone's equal. But on earth, some people up here, some people down here, some people right here. And it's funny, we're in the center of heaven and hell, but nothing's centered. Heaven's on the top, but everything's equal. Hell's on the bottom, everything's equal. Earth's in the center, but nothing's equal. Crazy, man. And just so you know, with that story of the Garden of Eden, just to put it in there, also why people say like, oh, well, why do bad people get farther in life than good people? Why do bad people make it farther in life? Why do good people suffer? Why don't bad people suffer? Lesson in that everyone suffers. Everyone just suffers at different levels. Everyone goes through stuff at different levels. Everyone deals with things at different levels. It's how it is. And unfortunately, since Satan's the God of this world, evil people get farther because he's in control of what happens down here. Mostly, he's in control. Mostly, meaning not for real, but he has a lot more influence on this planet than God does. So why good people don't usually why they don't succeed? If you follow Jesus in the satanic world, you will not get very far. And if you do, you'll have a hard time doing it because Satan will be always sending people to stop you or tempt you or mess you up. All right, there you go. I'm out.